This is a Richec's beat.
No hatred. Yeah. Staring at my three eyes, I see idle hands with no plan. You won't be pushed to say I can't if you have no ledge. Carry from the homeland to build nations on our backs for a foreign kind of man. Revolving circles of punishment from a lack of faith in listening. A lot of seeds been sown. I have no passion to reap with them.
If you've been tuning in, I do appreciate you. If you don't know about this series, this was a series that I started because it was 28 days before I leave my 9 to 5 for good, before we and my team go out on a limb and create many companies and do many things that we have planned for us and the culture as a whole. So I appreciate y'all for sticking in with me, and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can see all of the episodes that I upload throughout this process and beyond. Love.
What's happening, y'all? Today I want to talk about seizing opportunities. Sometimes opportunities come in the weirdest ways and in the least expected manner. It pays to be nice to people. Sometimes you could meet somebody in a random restaurant, random fast food restaurant, gas station, and just spark up a conversation, and that conversation could lead to your next business deal. So, at all times when you're on your mission, be sure to be looking out for those opportunities and always prepare for opportunities. So when you see them, you're staying ready so you won't have to get ready. When we get in the studio this evening, I expand further on this topic. Peace.
What it do? Alright, so today we talking about seizing opportunity. Yeah, staying ready so you don't have to get ready. And then sometimes to seize opportunities, you just gotta follow your first mind. Follow them signs, pay attention to everything. Be in tune with everything around you so you don't miss certain things to learn new opportunities from. Kind of got me on this topic today, or what kind of made this topic move forward from further where I was thinking was I was doing some research and I ran across a young man named Idris Sandu. And in my opinion, this young brother is one of the most genius minds of our time. And rapper Nipsey Hussle, who recently passed away, R.I.P. to you, he and Idris Sandu worked together to create the Marathon Store and the app for the Marathon Store. But basically, when you point your smartphone at certain things in the store, videos play. You can do research on those, on that video on YouTube, and it's just amazing because how they met. If they weren't, in tune, they could have totally missed each other, and it could have totally been a missed opportunity. And they were working on a lot of different things together, and it's just interesting how paying attention can further you, because the story of how they met really is Idris was at Starbucks. He didn't really need Starbucks, he didn't need Wi-Fi, but something told him to go to that store that day. So he went in there and he was sitting at the table, and he knew who Nipsey was, and Nipsey pulled up to the Starbucks. And the only reason Nipsey had pulled up to the Starbucks was because his daughter wanted a unicorn frappuccino. So he came in and took his order and everything. Idris kind of seen him out the corner of his eye. He knew who Nipsey was, so he just kind of kept working on what he was working on. He was working on something very important at the time, by the way. You can do more research on that. And Nipsey went to the restroom, and on Nipsey's way out, he saw what he was doing. So Idris said he saw Nipsey go to the restroom like 4 different times, and he's like, I wonder what he's doing. But the Idris was working on something kind of private, so he was over off in the corner near the restroom, so it was hard to see him in the rest of the restaurant. So that fourth time after Nip came out of the bathroom, he tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, young man. May I ask what you working on?" You know what I'm saying? And he said, "I didn't mean to disturb you or anything like that. I don't mean to take you away from your work. It just looks very interesting." And Idris got to telling him what it was all about, and that's how they ended up meeting each other and doing business with that. And it's simple things like that that you can learn so much from. And I just could relate that to a few situations that I've been in, and meeting people and really realizing what it is in the moment and the opportunities that could come about from it. It doesn't always work out that great, but you can usually feel it when it's meant to. So, go out there, do good, man. It's so much easier to do good than do bad. Go out there and do good and seize your opportunities and watch how fast you start to level up from where you at right now. So, until tomorrow, please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll see when a new one pop up. Until tomorrow, peace and love. It's Richec.